right. Thank you, Past Tony and Future Tony. Tony of Futures Past. X-Men, great movie. So as you can clearly see, we have Senor Craig here introducing himself with Craig at 609 Sports on Blue Sky. Also a fervent supporter of SDFC as well, just an admirer of the soccer in San Diego. But Craig, we got some exciting news coming through soccer in San Diego in general. I'm just going to put it that way.
Yeah. Well, you know, this is something that's been a long time coming, Tony, and I'll just have the viewers and the listeners go behind the scenes that, of course, in 2024, a year that definitely existed on Earth, I was working at 97.3 The Fan, the local big sports radio station here, and I continued to do that for a couple months in 2025. And back in 2024, we were talking at the station about SDFC coming into existence and how important it would be for, you know, a big time station like us to be on the vanguard, you know, to be on the edge of the wave. And so we planned a weekly San Diego FC radio show that would have been yourself, myself, and Chiva. And, you know, the two balls in my crew combined with Elsten doing a show on 97.3. And then we got to January and you know, things Odyssey Way, the old big old corporation, they stopped having all the money they used to have or whatever. But we were told, no, we can't do the show. We can't hire a board op. And then about a month after that, it was like, by the way, you're not going to do your show anymore either. So
we're at a laughing point, and then we're a reflecting point too.
My days are a lot more free now. I don't have to carry a show. I don't have to think about 4 hours of content a day. It's fine. But point being, then our show was gone. So what are we going to do? And we've been talking about it. We've been talking around it. We've been talking, thinking about various permutations, various possibilities. And then we came to it. And thus, I am thrilled to announce to the Two Balls in a Mic crowd that the Chromaniacs podcast begins this week with myself, with yourself, Tony, and our third Chromaniac, Alex Peña, the writer of Chromatic FC, a man who's been a part of our Padres Hot Tub Discord for years. I've known Alex for 5 years. I'm so psyched that with yourself, Tony, who has been going to every training, who's up in the press box, the journalista of our group, Alex, the writer, the analyst, the guy who's been breaking it down, bringing you the great content, the in-depth strategic and tactical discussion. And then me, the big dumb idiot that wears the chrome outfit and is a fan, is a supporter. You know, I've got all my time here in San Diego media, but when it comes to San Diego FC, where you'll see me is in the North End, dancing around, you know, singing, doing the chants, doing the whole thing. So we're coming at it from three different perspectives, but our goal is every week on the Chromaniacs to get into the big topics about SDFC, what's going on around the team. You know, between yourself and myself, we should be able to be, because you're going to help me out with this, be at SDFC trainings, get an opportunity to bring that connection, that level of connection on the podcast, bringing you players, bringing you Varas, bringing you Heaps, bringing you these voices and whatnot. But Tony, I'm just so excited because, I mean, look, it's almost the end of May. We've been talking about this since October, November of last year. And finally, it's here. The Chromaniacs has arrived.
Yeah, no, and I'm really excited that it's finally happening because it's another outlet for soccer in San Diego and you know, just yourself having a great voice and knowledge of the game. And I've talked to you about this, Craig, like you have this very unique understanding of the Latino, the Mexican side of understanding the game too, just so your closeness with the players of the soccers and how you've learned not only the sport, but the language itself. I mean, you were in Chihuahua not too long ago, just absolutely killing it with the Spanish. So I'm just really happy that, you know, we have this extra outlet. And also shout out to Alex Peña, who you mentioned his work that he does over on his Substack is fantastic because that's another outlet and voice that you have here locally where you don't necessarily see that everywhere in San Diego. And I think that's where this is coming at, right? Like we're trying to fill more of what people want to hear in terms of soccer. And I'll be completely honest, in the beautiful show that we have, this nestled in two balls in a mic, we have soccers, we have soccer in general, we have San Diego Wave, we have San Diego FC, we have just, UPSL. It's just a smorgasbord of, hey, this is what happened in the soccer in San Diego and the football, right? But this is specifically San Diego FC. And I think that's something that's very much needed in the market. And shout out once again to Alex Peña and his Substack, where you can find his great coverage as well that you'll find here on the Chromaniacs podcast.
Yes. Oh, hey, pull up that look, show everyone the graphic again. How about that?
Oh,
Our
yeah.
man Travis
right,
Peterson
right
popping with the Chromaniacs logo. So there's the three of us, all silver suited, all soccer ball headed. You, me, and Alex right there. That's us. He started with a photo and then he just, it was very simple work because we look very different when we get off of camera. That's when we put our soccer ball heads back on and go on with the rest of our day. But that's a different story for a different show. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. San Diego FC is a team that is just finding its legs in every sense of the word, right? Yeah. It's an expansion team. So we're just learning the names, the culture, the look, the sound, the everything. The club is figuring it out, right? They've been figuring it out. They've done a good job. The supporters are figuring it out, with their ups and downs along the way, finding their way to be that authentic voice for the team. But I still believe that in the media, the San Diego sports media, the thing that I've been a part of one way or another since 1996, the prevailing sentiment around San Diego FC is like this.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah.
It's just, it's fear. It's absolute fear. It's, oh my God, what do we do? I don't get it. I don't understand. How do I talk about this? What do I say? What's good? What's bad? What can I say? I don't even know how to cut the onion. What do I do? I'm just going to cry, and that's kind of where I have seen the local coverage. And I'm not here to impugn it or to say that it's terrible. I'm just saying it's lacking, and the folks who in general have been assigned to it are either doing it as a second gig, Ziegler, or don't know soccer like pretty much at all. And again, that's just because of a lack of experience. So I'm excited. You and I have worked together for years on Soccers. We've known each other for years. Alex has been a part of our Padres Hot Tub Discord for years. I've known him for years. The opportunity for us to get together, the goal of this show is going to be like the goal of pretty much every other show that I do, is that it's going to be passionate. It's going to be funny. It's going to be engaged. It's going to be honest. It's going to look at things straight up. It's not going to be disingenuous. We're not going to come from a false place. Our goal is for San Diego FC to succeed, to win games, to be great in the community, to be great in the public, to be great on the pitch. And for Chromaniacs, our goal is to have fun, to give you this opportunity, another touchstone of content for San Diego FC, something in the middle of your week to help you get through, to get from the past week to the next week. And it can't, it's not, although Thursday, because we'll have a match Wednesday up in Seattle, we'll of course recap that match. But usually I think we made that choice, Tony, to put the show not at the beginning of the week, but more toward the end of the week, so that it's going to be more discussion, topics, preview, as opposed to always being, let's roll the film, let's go back, let's talk about Bombino, let's talk about Chuki's slide tackle. Although, I mean, we could talk about Chuki's slide tackle. I think that was a 3-point tackle. When all was said and done, that might have been a 3-point tackle. That tackle right there, because Gabriel Peck was coming in clean to get a good look on goal. And I did not think Chuki had the angle, and then he found the angle. So, point being, we've got everything, got the whole world in front of us here, man. And I'm so excited to begin.
No, absolutely. And again, it's getting this very just to the point and obviously just the fun aspects of having the discussions of soccer, right? Because it's not necessarily so pragmatic, so number, so data driven. Like there's real discussions to be had. There's real things that pop up and there's real discussions and different points of view that people may have. And the good thing about leading into what can be is that you have that backing in context of training of a match right before, and just kind of looking ahead, because at the end of the day, where you and I may have this vision and understanding of the game, Alex knows MLS. Like, he knows
Right.
MLS.
Way
And
more than we do.
that's something that I will, take my hat off to anybody who knows more. And I'll tell you right now, it's not a lot. And for the experts in MLS too, to know, and this is again to your point about the coverage, just in general with soccer in this country, there's not a lot of that same understanding. There's not a lot of it, and it's because of MLS itself. They're just kind of falling to itself. Gam, tam, like, sure, like let's go ahead. I'll just refer. Hey, Alex, could you just clear that up? Just explain it like I'm 5 years old, than I am now, with like all sorts of diseases. Like, just go and just please, just palatable. Like, not even Gerber, just like Gerber pudding, like just blended, like just easy, please. And he'll be able to provide that. Absolutely.
Gerber I never heard anyone heard of Gerber as too chunky. You're like Gerber, but smooth it out.
Please.
That's what I need. That's what I need from you, Alex. Gerber, but take the chunks out. Okay. I need a puree right here. No, that's so funny. And I'm excited to see what Alex brings to the table. I know he will. I like that we are sitting in that nice sweet spot, that we're going to be able to bring a connection to the team, give you that connection as listeners. This is a co-production of SanDiego.Futbol and our buddies Padres Hot Tub. So we'll be at least initially putting it out on all feeds. So you'll find it, as a SanDiego.Futbol viewer, listener, you'll find it on this feed, but also we're going to have our own feed. We're going to hopefully have our own community. I saw memes already created the Instagram account. Follow us at the Chromaniacs, at the Chromaniacs on Instagram. And, really looking forward to this, honestly. I think it's funny. This is the last thing I want to say. When I was doing this on the radio, it felt very different, because I felt like all the time I had to remember I was talking more than half to people who didn't even like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Like never mind whether they took it or they left it, they like actively actually didn't like it, or they had no interaction with it at all, other than, oh, is that boring game, the 0-0 game? So I always felt like there was kind of a filter, and if we had done the SDFC radio show on 97.3, it would have been a very different show. It would have been very interview oriented. It would have been very much explanation and kind of dumbing things down. We're not going to dumb anything down on Chromaniacs. This should be a go. Us to become smarter fans and to engage with you and talk SDFC. So just really excited for this. Looking forward to Thursday and for future Thursdays to come, my friend, because this is just the beginning. Episode 1 of any podcast is like the first pancake that you make on a Sunday morning. Best to only be consumed by the chef or trash can. Usually, but that leads to episode 2, to episode 3, to episode 4, to episode 400, and I'm so excited to be with you two guys and to have the chance to do this together and to see where it grows from here. Really, really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's going to be an honor and a pleasure to join you once again on something soccer related. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be no holds barred too. I think people know that. I think people understand that, right? Like, that notion is also there. Respectful, but no holds barred. Like, let's talk soccer. Let's talk SDFC and let's call it as we see it, because we're all seeing it unfold for the first time in history. History is unfolding in front of us.
That's right. And, we're in the room where it happens. Well, we're in the stadium where it happens, which is Snapdragon Stadium. So looking forward to this on Thursday. I know you boys are about to transition to Wave and start talking some Wave on the show. I just before I get out of here, and the Chromaniacs podcast is an SDFC podcast. Who knows?
stay tuned as the summer goes on. Maybe there'll be a Wave Wednesday show as we move on, because I just love the Wave so much. But where'd you go? Oh, all right. Oh, switching. Yeah, there you go. How exciting is this Wave team? Like, how exciting is this Wave team? Pumping in 5 goals. The French Connection, Cascarino, Dali, Moroni. Now all of a sudden you plug in Dree. You get Adriana Leon, getting her up and running. Like, she had kind of felt a little bit offline, for a portion of the beginning of the year on the attack. All of a sudden, this team is so damn dynamic. Savannah McCaskill just has to sit back there as a 6 and just pick up the ball and get it moving along the way. And there are so many different ways. Ascanio, Barcenas. This team is loaded. There's so many fun players for you to enjoy watching. They are playing a style. Are they not like Mikey Vadas, Jonas Eidevall? Did they ever get together and just tip a beer, do a cheers, and go like, hey, let's play the most entertaining soccer we can in San Diego? Okay, how about you? How about me? All right, cheers. Like, I feel like that's what they've done, because both teams flow, both teams move, but the way the Wave attacked on Sunday night, it was just a thing of beauty. North Carolina plays an attack game, and SDFC, or pardon me, Wave FC beat them at their game. Straight up beat them at their game. That was one of the most fulfilling, just fill your cup matches that San Diego Wave has ever played. And they've played a few of them now of late. And I think people are, even today, sleeping a little bit on how good this Wave team is, to the point. This is the last thing I'll say. I'll let you go. Get Chiva back in here. Get Abe back in here. I think Megan O'Keefe, who does such a great job, and the Wave need to recut their opening video.
Oh yeah,
because they cut that video before the season, thinking they weren't going to be very good. It's so clear. She has a line in there that's like, well, there's some new faces, and then something pops up that goes rebuild. And I'm like, rebuild?
No.
Shut your face. You're second place. Like,
this came out of the box, just absolutely running, yes. Ready to go.
No rebuild. Right off of the lot. We drove this sports car off the lot. There was nothing that needed to be built. No, I mean, the Wave did a great job rebuilding their team, but the team's rebuilt. It's great. So I would love to see them actually do, whenever they get to that month where they're going to be away for a while, I'd love them to see them do a little recut on that. That's just a little more confident and a little more swaggy, because right now, each time the game starts, it's like, well, we're kind of a new team, but we've got some good players. And it's like, hang on, no, you're a beast. You're a beast, and you're fun, and you're way more fun than any previous Wave team. It's really exciting.
That's going to be actually what's going to come up in a bit. Future Tony is going to discuss with Abe and Chiva about, is this the best Wave in history right now? And I'd say, yeah, handedly, the best team for San Diego Wave in their history.
I think so too. I think even their Shield team, was built on some parts that didn't quite plug in together. There were issues in the midfield. The attack had already waned that year. It was a lot more about Germa and Sheridan and what they were doing in the back, than it was what's going on up top. It's a completely different team. Jonas Eidevall, such a smart hire. All the moves have worked out. The trades have worked out. You don't miss Jaden. You don't miss Germa. You would have thought, you don't miss Alex, even though, she's an investor, and so on and so forth. But you really don't. If you're around it, you don't miss him at all, because the way the team is playing is so, so attractive. All right, Chromaniacs, follow us, find us, check us out Thursday. Thanks in advance for sampling the product. Stay with us. Be patient with us as we find our legs as a show. But can't wait for the rest of this year and talking about it every single week with you guys.
Appreciate you, Craig, and it's going to be fun. Check us out, Chromaniacs.